Okay, so let's start with this lead code problem. This is called maximum difference between nodes and ancestor. So you have been given a tree, right? A binary tree, and you have to tell what is the maximum difference between a particular ancestor and a particular node that you can find in this tree. So you know what is ancestor and children's basically in this tree. As you can see, if 8 is the complete ancestor, right, of every node, 8 is ancestor of every node. This 3 is ancestor of this complete left subtree part, and 10 is ancestor of this right subtree part. So as you can see over here, the max difference is what you can get is 1 to 8, the difference is 7, and from 8 to 14 the difference is 6. It's not maximum, it can be second maximum, right? Yeah, that's about it. And how you will find that, you will just basically iterate dfsly in all the path. For example, 831, 8364, 8367, and calculate the difference between maximum and minimum, because it's not given that the ancestor value should be maximum or minimum. It should, the difference should be maximum. So maybe like ancestor value is 1 and this value is 8, still the answer is 7, right? Okay, so let's go. And for this you have to keep track of max and min. So let's say mn is equal to 1e5 or 1e6, whatever, and int mn is equal to आपका mx equal to 0, and if your root is null, you'll return this value difference between mx minus mn. Actually root is not null, because if you see the constraints, yeah, this is the maximum number of nodes. Basically maximum val of the node can be 1e5, that's why I taken that. And also that number of nodes is minimum 2. So root is not null initially, but this is for basically, the it's not for when root is null, it's for the base case, like when it will go from 1 to 2, 2 to 0 to 3, and then it will call on something like null. Then you have to return something that is max minus minimum. Otherwise you can return the maximum of you can write it in two ways. First of all, let me show you the more cleaner way. And l is equal to max of not max of, but just calling this function on root ka left, like how we do in normal dfs, right? Root ka left mn is equal to minimum of mn comma root ka val, and mx is equal to max of mx comma root ka val for the next case. This is the basically value of mn and mx, right? And let's just do for right part also. Nothing will get changed, just r is equal to root dot right, and this is same, this is same. Then you can return max of l comma r, right? Whatever you are getting from the left side, whatever you are getting from the right side, you have to return max of that. Similarly 3 will call from this is for keeping track of maximum and minimum. You can try to submit this. The change what I was telling you was, you can do key, instead of l you can just write this part, instead of r you can write this part. Then it becomes kind of a one liner, but no need to make it one liner. But yeah, if you want, then you can do it like this as well. Yeah. Okay, let's move to second problem. This is the determine if two strings are close or not. uh it's a kind of a string, basic string problem, like brute force, nothing much about it, so we'll cover it fast. So you have been given two strings. You have to tell whether these two strings are close or not. What does the close mean? If you can attain one from the other using the operation. So if you can achieve one string from the other string, like if you start from word one and you are able to achieve to word two, you are able to make it word two using these operation, then the string will be called close. The operation is something you can swap any to existing character. So if the order of basically words in ABC and BCA is swap any two adjacent characters. For, yeah, so basically if the order is bit similar, so you just don't need to do any operation. For example, ABC, first you will swap like what? First you will swap A and C, it will become C, B, A. Then you will swap B and C, it will become B, C, A, and you got BCA. That's what you want to get. So this is true. Basically, this can be, you know, changed into this a string. So if but for that matter, all the characters should be same like in frequency, and obviously the characters like should be same, and their frequency should be same. Okay, that's the whole thing. And other the transformation which I have been given, ki you can every occurrence of one string is into another string. You can change this a, for example, all a's to all b, or all b's to all a. You can do like that. You can choose particular two characters and then make one character equal to second character at all the places. So basically, if you understand that they are saying nothing but they are saying that your characters which you are using, like abc I'm using, so it should be same in that word2 also. Word2 character should be word2 character. This is if this is w1 character, ठीक है, word1 के characters are abc, w2 character should also be abc. It cannot contain something like abb, because you can only change the places. So that's why, like, you cannot fill up d. Also you can just existing two characters you can choose to take each other's positions or take each other frequency, like a and b. Like for example, if there are four a's in a, four a's, and there is a one b, right, in this w1, you can make it something like all b's and one a, something like that. This is basically me performing second operation, which can be sometimes but in first operation this frequency is not changing, the order is just changing. So that's what you need to do. You have to, first of all, let me create to an ordered map to for, you have to store some things like how many characters are there, and which character is how many times, right? Ordered map for auto, not int to int, but I think, you know character to int. M of I plus plus, right? Now also I need to do it for, let's say, m2 for var2, w2 m2 of I plus plus. Now one thing is for sure, that which characters that are you are using for this, you know hmm. So let's create a frequency map of the frequency present, like frequency map, okay, unordered basically, for the frequency of characters present in first string. For auto I in, you can go in m, you can say frequency of I dot second plus plus. Basically it's saying that frequency of, a character is something like 2. So it will say, okay, I have one something like one character which has frequency of 2. It can be a, it can be b, because you can swap a and b now. So if you have, for example, if you have a 3 and b 4, so you can achieve something like b equal to 3 कर सकते हैं and a equal to 4 कर सकते हैं. What is basically needed is this 3 4. This characters can be, you can make this 8 corresponding to 4, b corresponding to 3, but these number cannot change, like it will be 3 and 4. So that's me basically checking all uh, this. And while converting into this, you should also check that, if there is something in m2 which is not present in m1, then you can just return false. Basically all the character, if m1 dot find I is equal to m1 dot n, you can just return false, because this is some new character that is not present in m1, how it can be present in m2. Now you can check for all the characters that are present in m2, that should be present in m1. So every character that is coming for m2, it should be present in m1, otherwise it will be returning false, ठीक है. Now basically frequency वाली बात आ जाती है. So we will say I in m2. Now I am decreasing this frequency vector by using this m2, right? created this frequency by using this m1, and will decrease this frequency by using this m2. If I dot find I dot second, if frequency dot find, let's say f frequency dot find this I is equal to frequency dot end, you will return false. Okay, this is some character frequency I dot second, sorry. How this frequency is not present in m1 key frequency. For example, if this m1 frequency was A3, B2, C4, and D1, something like that. If m2 key frequency is A4 and B1 and C3 and D, let's say 5, 9. Okay, this 413 is matching with this 413, but how this 9 came? This is not present in M1, so this is not possible, right? So it should be 2. So that's the thing. Otherwise, you will return false. Otherwise, what will we do? We will decrease the frequency, right? F dot s and I second, otherwise we will decrease f of I second minus minus. Okay. Now if f of I dot second becomes 0, f में से erase कर दो, right? I dot second. That's about it. Let me check it. W1, I have not returned true. Basically, you have to at last return true because all the breaking points I'm returning false. Otherwise, if it cross all the breaking points, otherwise it's good. ठीक है? M1 let's test some other cases. Let's try to submit. Yeah, so that's about it. Pretty good efficiency. At the first time, I just did not cared about the time complexity. I did not took an order map. I just took normal map, and yeah, that's about it. Like it was something like n log n time complexity. It is completely off n time complexity. Okay, guys, bye.